ready? Have you missed us? Well, I've missed it. I've missed coming into your homes, all millions of you, every single day. You know what time it is. Welcome to Do It Like Danny. I look at photos of like people that I used to work with, and then now I'm like, oh my God.
Are we like the most famous people? Bro?
I don't know. What's
Good job,
happen?
guys. Good job, because I couldn't get them on the phone.
But we are back with another exciting episode of Doing It Like Danny. Is that a good start? Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday. Happy whatever you have missed. We have not been taping for a very, very long time.
Since October.
Louie got pregnant.
Yep. I'm having twins. We can all get pregnant now.
Yeah. We're trans. We are not. Transcontinental. That's the only trans coming out of the show. Now that we're against you. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much. You all have been saying...
Bothering you?
When's the show? When's the show? What's
Good job,
happen?
guys. Good job, because I couldn't get them on the phone.
No need to adjust your audio. My voice is still high.
This is AI. It's not even real. I just plugged it into ChatGPT.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, no AI, no contract signed here. Our PAs all quit back in October, and we've hired new ones.
They all got deported, man.
Oh, speaking of deported. So listen, you know, I try not to be political only because I feel like, it's about me.
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely about you. And you haven't been deported just yet.
Wait, it's about me. What about all these? But we really should, be nice and talk about other people, right?
Yeah.
And not just me. And I don't even know where to begin, and I don't even know where to start.
Well, why don't you start with how you've been feeling about everything going on?
It's kind of scary.
It is, right?
Right? It's kind of scary, number one. And number two, I feel that as, someone that puts out this content, right? We put out content. I think it's our duty as I'm American Indian, Latino, Mexican. I mean, all of this was Mexico before.
Yes.
It was, taken over by immigrants.
Yes. And before that, it was surrounded by Native Americans.
Correct.
So.
Who have more right to be here than anybody.
Correct.
And I feel that, all of this land that everybody has encroached upon, at the end of the day, is still Mother Nature's, right? Number one. Number two, I think everybody's an immigrant. And I think it's beyond racism at this point. And I think that we are beyond Democrat. I think that we are beyond Democrat and Republican. Yeah. I don't think it's even a bipartisan issue anymore.
No.
I think it's a human being issue. People that have been racist for so long and have hidden it, just like the gays in the closet, they have hidden it, have now like, woo, we're coming out, right?
Yeah. The Band-Aid's been ripped off.
Yeah, we're racist and screw you. But I think what's the most surprising to me is it's our own kind.
Oh, yeah.
It's our own kind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen some of the videos. There's one video where the woman comes out of her apartment and he's right there standing in front of her. And he says something. He's actually talking in English. And if you go back and you listen to it, there's just a very, very heavy accent. And she goes, I don't speak Spanish. She goes, I'm not talking to you in Spanish. And she goes, you're talking to me in Spanish. It doesn't sound like English. And you got a mask on, and you got to, listen, I want to hit on several points here. My first point is, if you have a platform and you are a Latin person and you are not saying anything, you are complicit. And you're a bootlicker. And that's as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to say that out there, right? Because there's a lot of people that are in, the gente that are choosing not to say anything because they're closet racist.
Correct.
Right? They hate their own kind.
Do you have anybody in mind you want to call
God,
out?
no. I don't want to open up that can of worms, but you know who you are because it's someone in our family. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I have an issue with that because I feel that it doesn't make a difference. We have to fight for human rights, for human beings.
But can we before we get into that, can we also understand that when people came here before, specifically our families, they were taught to kind of fit in. They were taught to kind of go with the program. Don't stand out because you don't want to be a target, right?
Yep.
We can agree with that?
Yep.
And I feel like now that's starting to revert back, and we're starting to see that. But the problem is you think you're protected, and I hate to be that person to tell you, you're not.
You're not.
Because once they round up all them, it doesn't matter if you're a citizen, as we've already seen for a few times. And some of these people have had no due process. They've been in jail for days, sometimes weeks. I even want to go as far as saying months, but I'd have to look that up again.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
People have been there since the beginning.
And they've been citizens. And I'm not talking about people who have been immigrants and then got their green card and all that. I'm talking about people who are third, fourth, fifth generations. And that's a problem. And if you don't think it's coming for you, that's sad. And if you're not speaking out, that's even more sad.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I have a guy on Facebook. I got blocked again on Facebook. Thanks, everybody. And I actually worked with him a long time ago at the Cheesecake Factory. Caucasian, super
Always.
Caucasian,
Always.
married, an
Always.
immigrant, right? She was illegal. They have 3 kids. And I called him out because he was posting everything about, the current person that's in the administration. I don't want to add names. I don't want to give him any power. And how all of this is working for America.
Which it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
And he said, this, that, and the third. It was all rhetoric that's been repeated over and over again, right?
Yeah.
We're trying
Sound
to make
bites.
America great. They get all their stuff from the internet, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
No.
So I called him out. I said, it's kind of funny that you sit here and you condemn immigrants. And then he talked about the Somalian thing, right?
Aye.
And how, it was, all this farce and blah, 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 blah. And listen, wow, corruption? Gee, shocker. Corruption is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Why are we surprised? I mean, when people pull things out of their asses, it's always like, look, we uncovered this. No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's been going on for centuries.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's been going on before you and I or any of them was born.
Yep.
Even in this particular administration.
It's going on in the administration as we speak.
Oh, I mean, listen.
Come on, man.
We
We're talking
can't.
about-
We can't. I'm trying to build a case to make people realize that it's been around forever.
Yeah.
And if you think this one person is going to come in, I will say this: he is running the country like a business.
Yeah.
But we're not getting any richer.
No.
We are below the line, and that's all they care about.
Yes.
And I think it's funny how we're gonna begin to see that administration begin to crumble.
Yeah.
Right?
It's already starting to.
It's already started. Let it go. Bye-bye. It is what it is. We all say clots and prayers. That's all we can say.
Or as you put it, one less voter.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's my favorite line right now is one less voter.
But it's not going to get any better until we make a stand.
Yeah.
And we're not going to, until we can be on the same page. It is a human being issue.
Yeah.
This is not anymore about who you voted for Democrat or Republican. And I can understand, if your family raised you as Republican your entire life, right? Your entire life. Okay, great. So you go with what you know. So you know what? I'm not going to fault you for that.
Yeah.
What I will fault you for is that you voted for a convicted felon
34 counts.
and a convicted rapist
Correct.
and alleged pedophile,
Now,
right?
I wouldn't even say it alleged. I would say it's 100%. If you look at those pictures, if you look at those files, he's in there. To deny that, it's just you not admitting that you fucked up.
Correct.
There you go. So you are in favor of a pedophile, and that's on you.
Especially if you didn't vote. If you didn't vote, you're more of an asshole than the people that did, to be
Yeah.
honest, because your vote probably could have counted, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, like I said, we could go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It's too late now.
I think, it's too late. I think that people are surprised that this is happening because it's not happening to them.
Yeah.
And going back to my story with the Facebook person, I said, you can hide all your photos, you can lock everything away, but I see that your wife is an immigrant. They're coming for you.
What was his response?
He blocked me.
Just instantly, huh?
But because other people on his Facebook started saying, "What? Your family, your wife is his wife was illegal." Okay,
and that's how it is.
And that's it. It's everywhere. Everybody's an immigrant.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is illegal. Nobody is better than the next person. And you know what? Why are we going to fault people for trying to live and make a better life for themselves? Why?
I don't know.
Why are we haters?
I don't really
We're
understand that
haters.
mindset.
You know, people are fucking haters, and I don't understand that. You can sit in your little office and you can pretend, but boo, if your skin is brown, they're coming for you.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
kidnapping people that are. It's all racist.
Oh, yeah.
This has nothing to do with criminals. Listen, back in the day, even I was like, oh, that's kind of good. Like, if he really goes for criminals, right? If he's, in the beginning, he was getting, rapists and pedophiles and people that really had done some harm, right,
Yeah.
to America. Which, great. You know what? I'm for that. If you are what you are and you were an immigrant and you came here to do harm to us, then yes, you should go back.
Yes.
But now you're, these cosplay policemen, okay, that woke up one day and they were like, I can't put two syllables together, but I'm going to put a gun in my pocket.
Yep. And they get a bonus.
Well, I heard allegedly that they have to stay X amount of time.
They have to do the 5 years, and then it's paid in pieces. And if you don't finish the 5 years, you have to pay it back. That's what I heard.
Okay, well, let's take a step back. Okay, let's be a little scared, because why would you make it 5 years when his administration only lasts another 3?
I don't know. That's what I remember hearing, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And they're locking some of these people in. A lot of these people, as you can tell, they're very uneducated, like some of you who voted. And how much evidence do you need to see that it's white supremacists? I mean, we've seen the tattoos. We've seen it on their hands. It's just white supremacists in there. And I don't know how they are working side by side with black people, with people that are Latino. I don't know how that goes in those situations. And there's a lot of
And
them.
tortas.
Yeah.
And there's tortas. I saw a video clip of a full-on torta,
Yeah.
and she was like trying to run, and I was like, oh my God. Like, okay, well, I'll get away from that. I would love it. See, these ICE people, they're going after weak people. They're going after flour vendors and people who make tortillas. That's a fucking pussy move.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go down to Compton?
Well, they're starting to.
Why don't you go down to Skid Row?
Yeah.
I bet you'll find, go ahead. You want to
You'll
be a
find somebody.
badass? I bet you'll find a fight real quick down there. But no, they're choosing the weakest of the bunch. And, going back to, I think we're even beyond uneducated at this point. I don't even think it's about education. Again, it's being a human being. How much of an asshole person are you that you support what is happening right now?
Yeah.
How do you not have a conscience to sit there and say, well, I'm legal.
It's the money.
I'm good.
It's the money.
But now, where's that money going to come from? What's going to happen in 5 years when these guys go to cash their checks and they don't clear?
Well, that's where the uneducation comes from. You think you're going to be okay. You think you hear something. It's not going to be me. You didn't study history. History is the
crazy.
biggest teacher.
It really is,
Yeah.
and we're repeating it.
Yeah.
And so we just wanted to touch on that lightly. I know everybody has their own opinion of how it should go. Again, at this point, this is about being a human being.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the color of your skin.
It's definitely not about criminals.
Yeah, it's definitely not about criminals. And maybe go back. Yes, it is about the color of your skin. I'm sorry, I spoke too soon. And for the people that have Latin platforms, whether you're Latino or Latina, I think that you should open your mouth and quit telling people, this is how you can cope with stress. Put a warm towel on your head. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. A lot of jobs don't want you to be political nowadays.
That's true.
Yeah.
However, if you have your own platform on the side, you have every ability to be able to, support. Hence the freedom of speech.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with you on that, but also if you're still contracted to a company and you try and do this on your own, they could come back and say, well, you represent our company even off the clock. Because I worked for a company like that, which I always thought was kind of odd.
You should quit.
Yeah, I did.
Well, wherever you work, hopefully you'll be able to begin to speak your voice and your opinion, because that's what's needed. Not a Facebook rant. You have to kind of get out there. Our ancestors fought for things. They fought for many things, and now it's time for us to fight.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not trying to incite violence. I mean, a part of me is, I am, but I'm not. And, it's time. It's time to stand up and fight and protect America. We need to protect America, and not from, flower vendors and mom and pop who make tortillas and sell popsicles on the side of the road.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. If you have a voice, you should definitely use it. So, with all that being said, let's switch to something happier, like stories about me.
30 minutes in, now we're back to happy.
It's all about me. Me.
Well, let's start off. How have you been? Because I
Me.
haven't seen you or talked to you since November 1st.
Well, I moved.
You did.
I moved here to Montecito.
How has it been?
It's wonderful.
Okay.
It's great. I love living in the close proximity of Hopra. I go to the local store and I stay out there all the time because I'm trying to, like, you know, hopefully cross paths with her to let her know that I too have a little show that I've started, and you know, well, you never know.
So she has the O channel, you have the D channel.
I have the I kind of want to, you know, name drop and say I kind of know Gail. I've hung out with Gail. No, I haven't. But yes, I'm hoping. I hang out at the local Quickie Mart that Miss Oprah herself will pop into Montecito.
I mean, at least rub shoulders with Stedman. Something.
Yeah. Maybe more than that. But yes, thank you for all your help. Thank you to everyone that helped me move.
Yes,
it was an arduous deal.
It wasn't that bad.
It was a lot. You know, I never realized how much shit I had.
Yeah.
I think when you move, you're like, oh, yeah, it's going to be fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, I had like 2 weeks to move, which is plenty of time, or so I thought. And let me tell you, it was nowhere near. It was not enough time. I threw out so many things because it was like,
Why are you keeping it?
Yeah, why am I keeping it? I found so many things that I was like, oh, these are great memories. These are great, amazing things. Things that I thought would, you know, when I had Alzheimer's would spark my imagination. So I kept many mementos.
Yeah.
Well, here, I'll show you the video. These, if you see in the B-roll that's going now, as you can see, these are all of the passes that I obtained from working all of the shows that I've worked in my entire life.
Oh,
it's
wow.
amazing. Yes, amazing. So that's some of the things that I had kept. And not that I parted with them, I kept those because I'm going to put them in a frame. Or
I was
going
going to say, yeah, you should frame it all together.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to put the Emmys out, too. Damn it. I just got busy. Like I said, so I moved. So now I'm full-time Montecito resident.
All right, okay.
So I'm very excited about that. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I walk out, and I have a pool, and I have, well, very similar. Very similar setup. But it's gorgeous. My landlord's amazing.
That's good.
I can't complain.
Can't complain.
Can't complain.
Better than where you were at.
A million times better.
And you don't need a what?
A what?
A roommate.
Oh, a roommate, yes. I live alone now, and I absolutely love it.
Peace on earth.
I know. Because, you know, I get to deal with my own crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very nice to deal with my own crazy because, you know, I was always like, oh, this needs to be clean, this needs to be clean, this needs to be clean.
Yeah.
And now if it's dirty, it's my fault.
Oh, yeah.
So now I look at my place, I'm like, oh, shit, I need to clean it. Like,
Can't yell at nobody else.
yeah,
but
I can't
you.
yell at anybody, right? I'm like, oh, God, the ghost.
There's nobody leaving
I
grease
yell
marks.
at the spiders and the silverfish now, fuckers. Yeah, so I like it. It's very peaceful. It's wonderful. I can't complain. I actually went back to my old place. I went to go pick up some old mail from the landlord. And
Did they gut it already?
no, they haven't done anything to it.
Wow.
It's going to be a while.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I lived there for over 16 years.
Yeah. They're going to have to gut that whole thing.
The whole thing needs to be, it's beyond renovation. It just needs to be, you know,
bombed and depleted.
Yeah, the kitchen is like from the 90s.
Yeah.
Because I think that building, I think I was the second person to rent it, I believe. And it'd been there for a minute. And they had remodeled almost all, I'd say 95% of the other apartments were remodeled. So.
Was it bittersweet, or were you just thankful?
Oh, God, no. You know what's so funny? Because, you know, everybody came over. My mom came over to help. And I thought I was going to be sad. I have a lot of memories there, right? A lot of memories.
Good and bad.
And I hosted many a party there for all of my staff, multiple times. I had them over. We would do pizza. We would do pasta. I would do all sorts. I always cooked, and I always shared my wine with them.
Yeah.
Where are they now? No, I'm just kidding.
We also started the show there. That was the only bittersweet moment. I was like, oh, yeah, we're leaving where we started.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. We did start the show there. Oh, I have a clip here. This is this door closing. Ka-cha, right? You can do that if you want to. Saying goodbye to that property and hello to my new property. So going back to answer your question about me being sentimental, the only thing that I was sad about, I had to say goodbye to my couch.
In the arms of the angel.
I had that couch since Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And it had been everywhere. And it's still wonderful. And the person that I sold it to, I know her. And I will be able to go visit my couch. I was really sad. I was like, because I'm going to honestly put this out there. I would say thousands of people have slept on that couch.
Wow.
Thousands. I mean, everybody.
So it's housed people, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was so big and so large. It doesn't fit in my new place. And I wanted to get something new anyways. So I've had that couch. I had it since 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was time to move on.
It was time to move on, but it was so sad, and I'm glad that I sold it to someone. And she goes, oh, my God, we love it. She goes, everyone's sleeping on it. She goes, oh, my God, we already had people over, and they crash. And I'm like, that's exactly.
It was a good couch.
It was a well-built couch.
What about your famous fridge? That was on the chopping block, too?
I was lucky enough. So my new place came with a refrigerator. I was lucky enough to bring my refrigerator with me.
Right.
So I keep it in my carport, so it's protected. And she's good back there because I began to cater more also for the holidays.
Okay.
My Do It Like Danny catering.
So that's where you disappeared. So let's talk about the holidays. How was your Thanksgiving? Because I didn't see you.
Well, hello. We need to talk about something. Let's tease this. I got arrested during Halloween.
Oh, you did.
Remember? We got to talk about that next week.
we gotta set
We're
that
going to tell you
up.
about it next week. So I got arrested, and we'll talk about that next week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I began to make food for people.
Oh,
So I
yes,
started
your
to make-
venture.
I got hired by friends and family to make Rice Krispies, rice and beans, all sorts of fun stuff. And that sparked me to kind of pursue that a little bit more, right? I'm like, oh, am I a good cook? Oh, I didn't know. And my new place, my kitchen's wonderful. Everything is brand new. I have a huge kitchen space, and luckily able to bring my refrigerator, so I was able to cater quite a bit.
Okay.
Which leads me to my next thing. So November, December, January, a very good friend of mine lost his husband.
Yes.
And so it's kind of weird, right? You know, you're in this space of, I don't think that I'm old. I look at pictures of people that I used to work with, and I'm like, oh, my God.
They look old.
Wow. What happened to them?
It's a funny thing you say that. I looked up somebody from high school, and she's got streaks of gray. And I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I don't look like that at all.
No, and we're old.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to say I'm super old, but I'm past the mid-century mark, right?
Well, you're past middle age.
I'm past mid-century. And I look at photos of, like, people that I used to work with, and then now I'm like, oh, my God. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, oh, my God. Like, oh, my God.
Are we like the most famous people? Bro?
And I'm like, I'm like, wow. And you worked in television.
Yeah.
You have access. I mean, I have not used Botox. I used it one time for a lip flip that never happened.
Yeah.
That's okay. No big deal. Because I have no lips. I would love to, like, change that. But I have other things, so I can't complain. But, you know, I haven't used any Botox. No. I just have my lotions and my potions. I moisturize. I drink water. And, you know, I'm not trying to say that, like, my beauty regime is any better than anybody else's, but some of these people have access to beauty.
Yeah.
And they look like they never even touched any of the beauty.
Maybe it's how much water we drink.
I don't know. I don't drink
Stay
soda.
hydrated, yeah.
I don't drink soda. I mean, I drink Olapop. But that's for fiber. I think that's Oprah now.
Coming to share beauty tips.
Okay, so November 1st, a very good friend, his husband passed away. We've mentioned him before. His name was Jeff.
Yeah.
He was diagnosed with, he went in for what she thought he had food poisoning. Please go get checked out. Don't ever wait. I know I'm guilty of that too. I'm coming up for my first colonoscopy, and I'm old, and I should have gotten mine years ago, and I didn't. So
I asked the last time I was there, and she's like, "You're still a little young, but we could do it." And I was like, "No, I think I'll wait until it's ready."
Yeah. So I need to go. I'm having some health issues, and I'm afraid it's colon cancer, but I don't want to put that in the universe. Anyways, so going back to my very good friend, his partner was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4. This guy was the epitome of health. He worked out every single day. He never ate carbs. He drank very little. Even when we would go out to dinner, my friend Philip and I and his partner, he was like so disciplined. Okay, we ordered a protein, we ordered a carbohydrate. Okay, we're good. And you're
He
just like,
regulated everything.
oh, wow. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Like, wow. You've been on lockdown. He took all the supplements. He did everything. He did everything he was supposed to do that we've been led to believe, right?
Yeah.
He got cancer in his intestines,
Wow.
and they couldn't operate on it because if they had cut into him, it would have spread everywhere else. Well, unfortunately, it did. And 2 months later, he left this planet, this plane, this earth. And so,
How is your friend, Philip?
you know what? I think he's doing surprisingly well, right? You know, I can't say that I've ever had a partner pass. I can't say that I've had any of those things happen to me because it's always about me, right? So I can't say that he's where he should be, right? I'm not the authoritarian on that.
Yeah.
What I can say is he has immersed himself in healing,
Wow.
which is great. And I think our friendship between Philip and I has gotten deeper, and it's definitely more emotional. I have had quite a few opportunities to hang out with his family. That was one of the parties that I helped cater. I made some pasta salad for them. You know, his celebration of life, there were over 100 people. It was a lot of people there.
Do you think it changed him in a way where maybe he might have been closed off emotionally, and now that it's kind of like happened to him, he's a little bit more open to discuss or kind of, I guess, show people that he's emotional about this?
No, I think Philip and I have always had a very good relationship in terms of like being able to talk about our feelings and to be able to share, right?
Yeah.
However, a new face has entered. His brother, Montezuma. I feel like my relationship with his brother has gotten deeper. You know, when first they got married, right? So
Yeah.
there was the diagnosis, and then they got married because, you know, it was something that they'd been together for a long time. God, Philip's going to kill me. I want to say over 10 years. It might be longer than that. I'm sorry, Philip. I'm sorry. And they got married. I helped with that. And, you know, then it progressed quickly. They were going to start radiation and chemotherapy, but unfortunately, it just wasn't time.
Yeah.
And so in the celebration of life, you know, I had an opportunity, or actually at the wedding, Philip's brother pulled me aside and said to me, not that I envy you. He goes, I love that you have created something with your cousins.
Oh, okay.
Cousin Angelo, cousin Louie. He goes, I don't have it like that with the cousins that I want to have it like that with, right?
Yeah.
And Philip's brother is, oh my God, he is so talented, like in his eye for beautiful things. Like he took pictures of the mom and the dad, and he dressed up the mom and the dad, Philip's mom and dad.
Yeah.
So a little bit quick about Philip, so that you can get a better grasp of what Philip has been going through. Philip lost his mother 3 years ago. Philip lost his father 2 years ago. And then last year, he lost his husband. So it's just been, and then there's also been some uncles and some nephews in there also. So it's just been one thing after another, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Philip is very resilient. I think that would probably break a lot of people, but his family, and they just have such a strong love. And it's interesting because while his brother shared with me, and we were crying, he made me cry because he said, you know, here you guys, you get to, you know, hang out with your cousin, and you guys go back and forth, and you have a show, and it's recorded.
Yeah,
and, you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
And I told him I was going to tell the story, but then we never came back to record, right? I said, oh my God, I can't wait to tell the story because it's like, oh my God, it like that, like it made my heart, like, oh my God, I wanted to cry. And we were crying, and I said, oh my God, I was a hot mess. I was crying like you wouldn't believe.
But not on the show,
I know.
just behind the scenes.
Yeah, because the way that he said it and the way that he explained his story with such conviction, and there was so much emotion behind it, it was just, it made me realize. And I you know, listen, we come out here, we do our show, and even with Angelo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
As crazy as Angelo is, when you think about it, in this legacy of our life, this is going to be on YouTube forever.
Yeah.
Right?
Assuming YouTube is still around.
Yeah,
but yes.
until the fascist regime takes us down. How? Anyway, so it really grounded me.
Yeah.
His conversation with me grounded me, and then I was really excited to get back to taping, and we never did. So I
Yeah.
felt so bad because I was like, oh God, I feel so bad I didn't get to tell a story. And then we went through the celebration of life, and he reminded me, he goes, I was waiting for that episode.
Everybody's always waiting to hear it. That's so funny.
They were, and because that was the whole point of this to begin with, was doing it like Danny, right? And that was just telling the story of the things that I go through and the people that I encounter.
Yeah.
And the amazing, beautiful souls that I encounter on a daily basis.
And even if we don't touch millions and millions of people, the small stories that you and I have with our friends that have supported us with this show, it kind of makes it worth it. You know what I'm saying? You still have these moments, and those will stick with you to the end of your days, really.
And it's really crazy because, I can go back and be like, oh, yeah, my voice never changed. So, so thank you to Philip's brother. And he's going to be like, oh, my God. Thank you. And thank you to Philip's family. If you guys ever get an opportunity to listen to this, hopefully Philip will let you. But,
oh, yeah.
They kind of adopted me. And, I have to admit this. Their family reminds me so much of the way our family used to be, right? Before Grandma passed.
Yeah.
We were still together, even as much as we were like, ugh, I don't like that cousin, or I don't like this cousin, or I don't like what they said. We still got together.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of hard. I would love to get that back. And I know Paul's tried, and I know Dez has tried, but everybody needs to try.
Yeah.
It just can't come from one cousin.
Yeah.
Or the cousin and cousin's
It can't come
wife.
from one group. We can only spark it. It has to really be, everybody has to feel that way. And I kind of feel like some of us feel that way, and maybe some others don't. Or if they do, I think life is just, it's a lot. Some of them have kids.
I think they need to
their
grow the fuck up
marriage.
and get over it. That's my personal opinion. I think that we are all getting older, and if the people, and listen, there was a death in our family.
Yeah.
Right? And he's in the range of our moms and our dads. And that circle is beginning to deplete, right?
Yeah.
It's just a circle of life. Is that grim? I don't think so. I think that, death is the rebirth of the soul, and it's another way to come back and change the world, right?
It should bring perspective, in my opinion. It should really kind of, light bulbs should go off and tell you, like, maybe I should fix certain things that I haven't before it's too late.
Even if you can't fix them, I don't want to say it's too late, but it's like you kind of got to get over it. It's been a really long time. You really should get over it no matter what happened, because at this point in your life, it doesn't matter. No. It only matters if you wake up tomorrow, right? If you wake up the next morning, you're like, wow, thank God I get another day on this earth, right? Thank you to whoever you praise in your life, whether it's Satan, like Trump, or it's God, whoever you praise in your life. Give them a shout out, because you got another day to either make a change or make someone's life better.
Yeah.
Right? We all go through shit. I've got my shit right now. Everybody's going through their own shit. My shit is no worse than anybody else's shit. All we can do is be there for each other. So as I tell that story, I have to fast forward to December, right?
Yeah.
Because Christmas came.
And went.
I had just moved. I was in disarray, right? Everything. I went from an apartment to a house, and my little cottage. I love it, but I just had shit everywhere. Over 16 years, you accumulate so many things, right? And memories. And sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to certain things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I was on the cusp of, oh my God, what
am I going to do?
I just have all this shit. I got to organize it. And then on top of that, Christmas came, and I was supposed to go to hang out with our family. I didn't make it.
You didn't make it? Okay.
I didn't make it because I think I kind of made myself sick by I was being pulled in 85 different directions, and I needed to not be pulled in 85 different directions.
Well, you do know you have a problem saying no.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. I have a problem saying no, and you're absolutely right. And I think I will always have that problem.
Yes.
Do I think it's a good problem to have? Yeah, it's not so bad. But I haven't learned how to say no.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, my family caught the short end of the stick. And to be honest, and I'm going to admit this, I spent Christmas alone
Okay.
in my house. And you know what? I was okay.
I had a feeling. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't want to pry. I don't like to bother people. Sometimes you need it, and I felt very similar this year for Christmas specifically. I was like, I kind of don't even want to go anywhere. It was raining. Number one, I didn't want to drive with all these crazies, and with everything going on, it just felt kind of odd to celebrate and be happy with family. Specifically when I'm with family who are for what's going on. That's always kind of hard for me.
Oh, shit.
But I did muster up some courage, and I spent an hour, and then I left, and I went home. Because for me, I find more peace at my house with my dogs, watching what I want to watch, and, just sitting with my thoughts.
Yeah. And listen, I'll have everybody over when summer comes because the pool and everything. And, and I think that that'll be helpful because, I think that would be nice.
Yeah.
But as for the holiday, and it wasn't because I was depressed. I was just tired.
Yeah.
And I couldn't dig deep enough to muster enough energy and strength to go up there and
Put on the
perform,
face. Yeah, put on
right?
a brave
and
face.
put on
yeah.
the face. And it's like, listen, I think, what I love about my position in the family is I do love everybody.
Yeah.
And I have a special relationship with every single person. And even the people, even the cousins that are like, oh, I don't like that cousin because of this reason, right? I still have a relationship with that particular cousin. I have to attribute that to Auntie Susie because a while back, and maybe I've told the story before, I had said to her, I was like, oh, how do you handle that person, right? And how do you handle this person? And blah, 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 blah. And she said to me, well, I'm going to be dead one day. And you kids have to live with each other.
Yeah.
Why am I going to give my opinion on someone or something when I'm not going to be here anymore? You guys have to figure that out. And she's right. And I have taken that advice and I have tried to adhere it to many things, right? I don't care about the little things anymore. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to get caught up in the minutia of things and it's the small details, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference anymore. I'd rather forget that, right?
Okay.
I want to focus on the good. I want to think about the good things. And then today, I had a conversation with
How is our...
Oh my gosh, she makes me laugh so hard.
She's
Oh my
great.
gosh,
She's great.
She made me laugh so hard today because we were talking because there was a death in the family, and she wanted to make sure that I had known. And I was like, oh yeah, I got the information. I got it's and
We all have our information lines.
Yeah, I sent it to my mom and I sent it to my dad because my father and my mom, they're all close knit.
Yes.
It's family,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's family. And we were just talking about something, and I don't know how it came up, and she said, well. She says, make sure you leave your fighting hat at home, right? I said, nothing. What? What are you talking about? She goes, the Verdugo side, she goes, they believe in the good of people. She goes, you have to remember that. She goes, but that other side, the Mars side, they want to fight. And she brought up our Facebook friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely.
And she told me a story. She said, there's a story about that person. I don't want to name names, right? But...
I almost did it.
Yeah, I almost did it too. But apparently that person who we fight with on Facebook, her mom slapped Bama.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Slap Bama.
Well, that kind of pissed me off real quick.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And she goes, but that's the fighting side of the Marses.
Yeah.
They like to fight.
Yes, they do.
They like to fight. And she goes, so you have to remember, leave your fighting hat at home. And I started laughing. I said, oh, she goes, I'm going to buy you a little hat.
Well,
and she goes, that's your fighting hat. She goes, fight with it at home. She goes, beat it, do whatever you want. She goes, but it stays at home.
We all have that, though. You understand, because it's in our genes. But I'll give it to our grandmother and our family, is that they kind of pulled us away from that and said, we're going to do something different. Now, what's interesting to me is, as we've gotten older, we've all then separated. And that's what I've never understood, because we were always so connected. And going back to all of that, I get people have their own lives. Both your sisters, they have their lives. One of them's married. One of them has a child. Paul has kids. Our cousin Mike has kids. Andrew's over here. But we all have separated and kind of gone our own way. And I know for you, for me, for Paul, and for Art, I can say that we still try to make the effort to at least be with each other for the holidays. We try.
Was I there for? I didn't go for Thanksgiving.
No. And
Where was I?
I don't know. You said you were busy.
Oh, I was moving.
Yes.
I had to be out December 1st. Oh yeah. So I think when it comes to me, I'm gonna say I had a good excuse for this for last year.
But this has been going on for almost a decade.
Correct. And the only way it's gonna change is if we are actually we have to lead by example.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, in all honesty, you also haven't shown up for multiple years. I feel like I've always shown up for the most part, right? And I was actually really sad that I missed Christmas. I was like, oh, man, because I kind of want to be there. But again, the weather was pretty tumultuous.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad.
It was pouring rain. Everything was flooded. And I kind of like, and people were already up there. Like, in all fairness, to defend myself, all of them were already up there. It wasn't like anybody drove from far to go up there
Except
to
for
be
Art.
a part of it.
Art,
But
Art's
Art,
the only one.
Art had already been up there, though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so Art had already been up there, because he visits his dad and stuff like that. So they were already up there. I had heard about all the flooding up there on the roads. And that poor man that got
he
his
got
car
swept away.
swept
Huh?
away, and
Yeah,
they
my dad
couldn't
was telling
find him,
me.
and he was dead in his car. It's like, I don't want to die in my car. I love my car, but I want to die in it. So maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, but no, I miss my family.
Yeah.
Art and I were sending text messages back and forth, and he's like, "Where are you?" And then Zach, God bless him. Zach is such a good partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so is Des.
He's him and Desiree fit into our family very well.
Oh my God. And you know what? They are trying so hard. And I have to give props to Des and props to Zach.
Yeah.
Because I know Zach ultimately is always trying to get all of us together.
Yeah.
Right? Because in his mind, he's like, I don't understand. Why can't y'all fucking come together? Right? Because that's Zach. Right? God bless him. And Des, she works her fucking ass off. I'm sorry. Des is the hardest working person right now in this family. And she supports our cousin Paul, and she fucking helps him with his show. And listen, that guy's crazy. Our cousin Paul is crazy. He is so crazy, but God bless him.
Yeah.
Because I will say this, I'm so proud of him, because never in a million years would I ever would have thunk or thought or anything that Paul has his own little show and he is so vocal.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so polarizing in his the way he thinks and the things that comes out of his mouth.
But why do you say that?
Because the shit that comes out of his mouth.
No, but why do you think he wouldn't have a show? He's always been a character.
Correct, but he's always been the quiet character, right?
Kinda.
He was the character at parties and the character, within his own home.
Yeah.
But now that he's on this channel and he's doing these things, and they have like little cartoons, and then you just see the thing where you put the cousins in cartoons.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's very creative, and I don't know if Des is doing this or if our cousin Paul's doing this, but it works. It works, and I'm so proud of him and what he's accomplished and what he's done. Now, do I agree with everything that he says? I can't. We're going to have another show now,
we
Paul.
have to have him on our show now.
I don't know about that. But
I tried, Paul. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't have
we'll have
control.
Des first. Des is going to be on the show first. We got to have Des. But I would love to have all the family on.
I would love it.
It would be great for them to tell their stories about me. And
We definitely have to set that up, because that's been a big push that I've always wanted to do. I never know how to gauge that.
Well, I mean, we really would have to. I really should have had my mom on first. That's the hard one. My mom is so shy.
Yeah.
Right? She's so shy. My mom should be on first so she can tell all the stories of what a horrible child I was.
Then we have to have my mom on, and she can do the same.
Oh my God! Maybe we'll have them on together.
No,
We'll just have one powwow. My mom knows your mom.
my mom would walk off so fast with the fighting that we would do.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we should do. We should have your mom and my mom on together. The mom's on first, and then we should do our dads. Why?
That's gonna be fun.
My father would love that because he's the creator.
Yeah, the creator. Yeah,
God.
he's another character.
He's another character.
We have a lot of characters in our family.
You wonder where I got my bullshit from. Once you meet my father, you're gonna figure it out real fast. Real fast.
Yep.
So that was my December. Gosh. What a whirlwind.
What did you do
now
for-
we're in I'm sorry,
What did you do for New Year's?
New Year's. Amazing New Year's. I had an amazing New Year's. I went down to Long Beach
Okay.
with Philip Lives
Okay.
and spent it with him. I had stuff to do in the evening. I had a gentleman caller, and so I had a good New Year.
New Year celebration.
But then I met him down there in Long Beach, and his place overlooks the Queen Mary.
Oh, okay.
And at midnight, they had like a
Fireworks.
45-minute fireworks spectacular.
Like a Disney special out there?
Yeah, it was beyond Disney. Like even Disney was like, okay, enough, right? But it was amazing because he has all glass windows, and so we were able to like see everything. And he invited other people over, right? And it was just gays. We were all gay. We were all wonderful. We were all fabulous, and the reflection of like life and death, right? You know, his partner had gone, and then here was a new year, and he was celebrating without his partner, and you know, just to be there to support him. His brother was there, and I just love his brother. He always has. We just go back and forth and say funny things, and then just sitting there watching the fireworks. It was just beautiful. 'Cause
Yeah.
I love fireworks, right? And it was raining again. Shocker! It rained for like
Yeah, those that
Noah's
whole month.
Ark style.
Oh, yeah.
It rained a lot.
We got a lot of rain.
which we never get in California.
At least
And-
not that much in such a small time.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it was flooded everywhere. And then their neighbors invited us over. And now, granted, it was probably like almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And then his neighbors invited us over, and we walk into their. I mean, all of the places where Philip lives are just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we walk into the main foyer, and there's a baby grand piano. And
Who played it?
the gays, the gay husband. It's two gays, and he played it amazing. He was playing classical. He was playing all these different songs. However, he played one song, and I started crying. Everyone started crying. Not because I was crying. We were in different parts of the living room. Philip and his brother, we were sitting at the table, and then Philip was sitting in a different chair over by the kitchen, and then their friends were sitting like on the shelf. It's not a shelf, but like the bench that overlooked the bay also. And behind me there were people like his husband and stuff, and it was just a beautiful situation. He was playing the piano. It reminded me of my grandfather, and I was filled with emotion. I just started crying, and I don't know why I was crying. Of course, Philip was crying because he's missing his husband.
Yeah.
Everybody was crying for their own particular reasons.
But you all connected based on that song. Isn't that
Correct. And what's even weirder is the song that he played was Philip's husband's favorite song.
Oh, man.
And Philip goes, "How did you know that?" I said, "Because I Shazammed it." Because I was here one night, and that's one thing about Philip's husband. He had playlists like you wouldn't believe. He had songs, Madonna, disco, all of these songs that you probably have never heard, remixes galore. And one particular night we were sitting there, we were listening to something, and he goes, "Oh my God, this is my favorite song." And I said, "Oh my God, this is beautiful. Let me Shazam it." So it was on my Shazam playlist. And so when he played it on the piano, and then I played it for Philip, Philip's like, "That's so crazy."
Yeah.
And it was so weird. And I have another story about my grandfather, but I'm going to have to tell that next week.
Oh,
Because it's a good one. I want Angelo here.
Got it, yeah.
I want Angelo here to hear this story, because this story about my grandfather is such a weird, like, what the fuck moment that you're going to be like, holy shit, we really are all connected.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy. So with that being said, I know that we got back a little light. I know we didn't get a chance to hear Celebrity Corner with a K with Cousin Angelo.
Which,
He'll
by the
be
way,
with us.
Where is Angelo?
He got called to work.
Angelo?
Yeah. He had to go work the red carpet somewhere. So I'm hoping that when he returns, he'll have some wonderful stories to share with us. And with all of that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for listening if you have. Thank you for taking us on your walk or whatever you're doing while you're playing our show. I hope that I've entertained you. I hope that we see Cousin Angelo next week. He's probably working some red carpet somewhere, and we're going to get some fantastic story. Thank you to little Louie, who's going to edit this, hopefully in the 9th hour, and make it look amazing.
I always do it late. He gets so mad.
And remember, I'll be like Ellen. Everyone smiles in different languages. Don't deport them. We'll see you next week.